Welcome back to the Cozy Cottage Homestead. Today I am looking for some of my ingredients for my It's a Great Pumpkin Recipe Exchange. I have been looking and digging through my seeds, and I cannot seem to find my bacon seeds. That looks like corn. Who's got a love that chicken from Popeye's bag up in the seeds? What in the world is that? Oh, that's garlic bulbs. Got some frugal people up in this house. They saved the bag from everything. I can't seem to find the bacon seeds. Have you seen them? I only have one pack of bacon left, and I've got to go plant some more bacon. I need that pound of bacon for my recipe. If I could just find those seeds, then I could go plant some more. Then I wouldn't be worried about it. We got lots of corn seeds. Some herbal tea seeds. Going through my list trying to see what I need more of, but looks like I need some more bacon seeds. Finally, I found the bacon seeds. Thank you, Jesus. Now we can cook our recipe for It's a Great Pumpkin Recipe Exchange. Hallelujah. Now we can make our recipe. Alright, so today for It's a Great Pumpkin Recipe Exchange, I am doing pumpkin spaghetti. So right now I'm just doing a few of my little preps. I have to grate up some fresh Parmesan cheese, chop up some walnuts, and then I'll move everybody around so we can see the next step. I'll go ahead and read you the ingredients. 1 pound of spaghetti, cooked and drained. 1 tablespoon of garlic, minced, chopped, however you want to have it. 1 can of pumpkin. 1.5 cups of broth, whatever kind of broth you like. Salt, pepper, red pepper, about 1/4 of a teaspoon of nutmeg, 1/2 cup of walnuts, 1/2 cup of sour cream, and 1/2 cup of shredded Parmesan, and then enough shredded to sprinkle some on top. I'm going to be like skipping around. I have been sick with the flu since Sunday evening. I started feeling yuck. By Monday night, it was full-blown flu. It was the worst flu I had ever had in my life. I don't usually get very sick. I was talking with my sister, and I told her I just felt horrible. And she's like, well, I hope you get to feeling better. Because it's not unusual for me to tell people that I feel bad, because I do feel bad a lot of times. So then once I told her I was sick as a dog in the bed, she was like, oh my Lord, you are sick. So took the home C19 test. Of course it was negative. Have yet to have gotten that illness. But I haven't gotten the flu. Haven't even known that I even had the flu before. This is the first time I've ever had the flu in my life. And let me tell you, it was not pleasant. It's still not the best, but I'm able to get up today. I've been in bed ever since Monday. So we're going to need about 1/2 cup of this fresh ground Parmesan cheese. I think that looks like about 1/2 cup. So I'm just doing my preps right now. And we're going to pre-cook the bacon and pre-cook the pasta. This is a little nut chopper. Really handy little deal. Just going to set some in there and get to chopping. Do all my prep work ahead of time, because the rest of it's going to be pretty fast because I'm not really feeling the best. So I just want to share a little bit of the stuff that we do. The next part is just we're going to make the sauce. I'll move you around, let you check out that here in a second. But I had prayed all week that I was going to be well enough to go ahead and make my video. I had a couple other activities on YouTube with making pumpkin recipes that I really wanted to participate in. But, you know, you get sick, you get sick. And the flu was horrible. It was like bronchitis, pneumonia, stomach bug. It was like everything all at one time. It was absolutely horrible. The walnuts. Told y'all gonna have to bear with me. I'm not still feeling the best. The walnuts that I'm chopping is about 3/4, half a cup to 3/4 of a cup, just whatever your family likes. If you enjoy a lot of walnuts, then you might want to put the 3/4 of a cup. If you want less, then you might only put the half a cup. And of course you can chop them with a knife, but this actually works great. If I'm not covering it so y'all can't see it. I don't know if you've ever seen these little things, but they're nice little off-grid type little chopper. Excellent for chopping nuts. Alright, so the next step is to bring your pot of water to a boil. Now we're going to fry up the bacon. I like to chop the bacon up first and then put it in my skillet and fry it. It makes it easier to crumble it. You fry it however you like to fry it. This is just how I do it. Then we're going to save the bacon grease because we saved the bacon grease. Fry it up pretty hard. Then we're going to set it to the side. And we'll add it to our pumpkin spaghetti a little bit later on. And I will use the entire pound of bacon for this. And 1 pound of the spaghetti. I'm sure you could cut the recipe in half, but we usually have enough for leftovers the next day. And of course, I'm sure the man folk around here will be happy that I was able to cook again. Haven't cooked in probably a week now. But I was determined I was going to do my pumpkin recipe. Alright, we're just going to let that cook and brown up. We'll get our pasta in the water as soon as it comes to a boil. Alright, we have our 1 tablespoon of minced garlic and a little bit of the bacon grease. We're just going to get that nice and toasty. We're going to add our chopped walnuts to that. Brown them just a little bit. And then we're going to pile them on top of our bacon. This is our pound of bacon. What it looks like. It's all crumbled up already. Drain the grease. Reserve the bacon grease for later. Just go ahead and get that nice and toasty. And then we're going to reserve it. Then we will drain our pasta. I cook my pasta about halfway through. And then I cut the pasta off and let it finish cooking naturally from the heat left over from the hot water. So I cook it about halfway and I cut it off. It's a frugal habit, I guess. It doesn't seem necessary to boil it all the way till I think it's done. It'll finish cooking on its own. So we're just kind of getting the walnuts and the garlic a little toasty. And after this, we'll drain the pasta and use the same pot that we cooked the pasta in to start making our lovely pumpkin spaghetti sauce. Oh, I wish y'all could smell this. This smells amazing with the bacon grease, the walnuts, and the garlic. Oh my goodness. Alright, we're getting there now. Alright, we're starting the pumpkin sauce. Got 1 can of pumpkin. We'll put that over about a medium heat. And we're going to add about 1.5 cups of broth. First I'm going to dump a little bit in my can and squish it around to make sure I get all of that pumpkin out. Go ahead and stir that in. This is 1.5 cups of chicken broth. You can use regular broth, beef broth, vegetable broth, whatever you want to use. Slowly add it in as you heat it up. Alright, I think we can go ahead and use the rest of it. So I'm going to add it in there. Now we're going to add our, first we're going to give it a stir, mix it till the right texture. Should be kind of like a saucy, just like a tomato paste sauce, but it's pumpkin sauce. And I added a 1/2 teaspoon of pepper, a 1/2 teaspoon of salt and nutmeg, a 1/2 teaspoon of red flakes, pepper flakes. I guess this is about 1/4 cup of fresh chopped parsley. We're going to give that a stir. Mix it all up. Alright, I'm going to add about 1/4 cup of sour cream. More or less, whatever you like. I'm going to go for about 1/4 cup. See how it looks. Should soften up the pumpkin a little bit, make it a little bit lighter shade. Mix it all up pretty good. Right, we have 1/2 cup of fresh grated Parmesan cheese. And we'll also have about 1/2 cup or so on top to garnish our dish with. I'm going to let this simmer for about 10 minutes and come back and show you the next step. Alright, we brought it up to a simmer. A little bit of a small rolling boil. Added about 1/4 cup of milk. Go I'm going to reduce it back down to a simmer and let it simmer for about 20 to 30 minutes. We're going to add our other star ingredient. This was our roasted walnuts and our roasted garlic and our bacon, the 1 pound of bacon. We're just going to stir that in and turn it down to a simmer. And after about 20 to 30 minutes, we will serve this over our pasta with a little bit of parsley and parmesan cheese sprinkled on top. And then you will see it here first. My recipe for pumpkin spaghetti. So I'll be back after this simmers. Alright, so I got it plated up. If y'all can see it really good or not, it looks really good. I'll go ahead and give it a taste. I'm not feeling the best. I'm starting to feel bad. The longer I stand here, the worse I'm feeling. But I got through it. I'll go ahead and give it a taste. It's really good. It's real savory tasting. You taste a little bit of spice, a little bit of the bacon. Tell you the truth, you can't even taste the pumpkin. But it did make a beautiful spaghetti dish. I'll probably pair this up with some Brussels sprouts. Would probably be great with it, and also maybe a sweet potato would be great with it. And had fun with the little bacon seeds. Just put bacon bits in a little baggie. I think I'm going to give my grandkids one of these as one of their little stocking stuffers. I think they would get a kick out of it, a pack of bacon seeds. Of course, they're just going to eat them too, but I think it would be cute. I've heard people sometimes talking about they could just find the bacon seeds. So I thought that was a funny little addition to add to it. But pumpkin spaghetti, my own personal recipe. I'll try to remember all of the ingredients. I have my little notes on my little notepad. I have a hard time sometimes sharing recipes because I do a lot of it off the top of my head, and I just mix stuff together that blends well together. So I'll try to write down the ingredients. There may be a slight adjustment on 1 or 2 of the amounts of the spice that I use, because I think I am probably going to eventually make me a recipe book of all of the personal recipes that I have. So I'm not going to give the exact amount, but all of my ingredients are going to be super, super close, just so no one steals my recipe. But, you know, this is YouTube, so there's no laws against sharing and swapping information. But I'll try to keep a little bit of discreetness on some of the measurements so that mine is still just a little bit different, so that maybe one day I can write a cookbook for my grandchildren and for my son. All my son said he wants is my recipe book, my family homemaker binder. Go figure. And he's a boy. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this. This was a great, it's a great pumpkin recipe exchange from the Cozy Cottage Homestead. There are several other ladies and a few new ladies that is doing the recipe exchange. So go check them out. I'll try to add them to the description below and save them to my playlist so y'all can check all of the other ladies' recipes out. And hopefully, if I feel much better, I'll see y'all back on Monday for the $25 6-week challenge. And then again on Friday for It's a Great Pumpkin Recipe. And if I'm feeling up to it, I'll do my walkie-talkie on Wednesday. I hope everyone else is doing good and making out all right with this cold weather and not fighting the flu like I've been fighting. It's been a long time since I've gotten sick like this, so it really took its toll on me this time. But I'm fighting it. I'm getting better every day, drinking lots of herbal teas, taking my vitamin C, hot broth, you name it. Staying hydrated is the main thing, trying to keep the fever down. I haven't had any fever today. If I had fever today, I would not have even attempted to try to cook something. But my fever is finally gone. So I think I'm on the upward side of this, and I'm getting better every day. So that's about all for today. Thanks for joining me, and farewell, Homestead family, friends, and neighbors from the Cozy Cottage Homestead.